everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington. And before we dive into the latest breaking news when it comes to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you know what to do. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. And also be sure to share this with a friend because a kiki is always better with community, and it's a free way to support the channel and grow our candy cane gang. So with that, let's dive right on in. So it turns out that the parents are watching. And they're pissed. By parents, I mean NBC Universal. We all know that NBC Universal owns Bravo, right? And so they are the parent company. They're the big bosses. They really are the suits. And they've been watching, and they're pissed at Miss Diana Jenkins. They're pissed because she has been so litigious. She's been suing bloggers, YouTubers, content creators, Gawker, Patreon people. She's been suing anonymous bots. She's suing entities because we don't even know who these people are. She's threatening to sue anyone who says anything about her. And I'm sure that they're very embarrassed by, falling for the okie doke when she put out that fake press release about donating $100K to the Lion Air victims. I'm sure they're very embarrassed because, Andy Cohen was up on Watch What Happens Live talking about, wow, did you hear about her donation? And that turned out to be a sham. We all know that she actually didn't donate anything. She created her own foundation in order to funnel donations from the public. So that's also very, very suspicious. And then it also came out that she only did it as an subliminal FU to us, the fans, and also to Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal, and Kathy. So I'm sure that they're pretty pissed about all of that. So she's, as we know, she's very entitled. And again, you kind of think, why would someone with everything in the world risk it to be on a reality show? But she told us, two things. One, I don't believe the rumor that she came on the show to promote Asher's musical career. Do I think that was a byproduct? Do I think that was one of the reasons? Yes. Do I think it was the reason? No. I think she came on the show because, as we all know, fame is one hell of a drug. It is one thing to have money. It is another thing to be famous. And I think she came on the show based on her own ego, wanting to be famous. And I think that, too, she told us, why she would go on a show having all of the skeletons in the closet. We know all about the decades-old allegations about, sex trafficking, Room 23 book, how she really got her money, how she really met her husband, how long has she actually known Asher, was he a teenager when they met, X, Y, and Z, and everything else in her closet, right? Again, these rumors have been out there for years. I'm not making this up. They've been out there for years. So why would she go on a show, a reality TV show, having all of those skeletons in his closet? Obviously, the executives at NBC are scratching their heads thinking, why? Because they're pissed because it looks really bad on them. I think that everything has made NBC really start to take a look at Bravo and at the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchises, because prior to that, I don't think that they were really paying attention. When you own multiple brands, when you own multiple networks, when you have multiple studios, you're not really paying attention to all of them. You kind of just own them, you let them run, you cut a check. It is what it is, right? But I really think what turned the tables and made NBC Universal start paying attention was when Bachgate made Good Morning America. And when Bachgate kind of blew up in this sort of expansive, universal, mainstream, people were truly paying attention way. I think once it got to that level, I think that's when NBC Universal is like, wait a minute, we own Bravo? Wait a minute, they have these shows about housewives? What's going on, right? So I think that's what really made, NBC Universal start paying attention. And of course, as we all know, It was Erica Jane, Lisa Rinna, Diana allegedly sort of got together to mastermind, Bachgate. Again, that's alleged. This is just a rumor. Got together to mastermind it. But Diana is the only one who filed a lawsuit. Diana is the only one who has been litigious. And NBC Universal does not like that, right? And again, she told us why she came on the show. When she was being interviewed in either episode 1 or 2, and the producer was like, "Oh, so the rumors about you being a madame aren't true?" And she laughed and she's like, "Yeah," in her weird voice. And then they started talking about book Room 23. And she started talking about how the press and the media all were saying, "Oh, it's basically like a book for, a call girl book." I don't know. I'm not in that world. I don't know what the lingo is, but like basically like a book where, the wealthy men could look through and sort of like pick and choose and buy who they wanted for sex and X, Y, and Z. And she sort of laughed and she goes, "Yeah, I didn't think that they would catch on, or I didn't think it would catch on." Basically being like, she thought she was smart enough that she could shoot and print a book of all of these naked, half naked people with her reputation of being a madam, aka a pimp, you know what I mean, aka a sex trafficker. She thought that she could do that with the people in the book allegedly being, her product essentially, because her clients would be the one, buying the sexual services in the book. So she really thought that she could do that and sort of get over on people, that like the general public, the media, the press, we wouldn't catch on. She said it herself. I'm not making this up. It came out of her mouth. The part about catching on part came out of her mouth. Let me clarify, because again, she's litigious. She likes to sue people, so I want to make sure we're above board. This is all rumor, allegation. I'm not saying this is fact. Just very clear on that one. So she told us, and a lot of people with, I'm not saying she is, I'm not a doctor, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but a lot of people with narcissistic personalities, borderline personalities, they think sociopathic personalities. Again, I'm not diagnosing her. I'm not saying she's this. I'm just speaking in general. They have this sort of, hubris about them. They have this sort of inflated ego where they think that they are always the smartest person in the room. They think that they are entitled to special treatment. They think that the rules don't apply to them. They think that they are so slick that they can always talk themselves out of anything, that they've gotten away with their fraud for so long that they'll always get away with it. We've seen this time and time again on any reality TV show. There's been some form of person who's been maybe a little bit sociopathic, definitely frauds, definitely criminals. We've seen this time and time and time and time again, right? So it's not surprising that if someone had that particular personality type, again, I'm not saying she does, I am not a doctor, but if someone were to have that personality type, of course they're going to go on a reality TV because they think that they can outsmart people. They think that they can manipulate people. They think that people will always just buy whatever they're selling, right? So it makes sense in that way when your mind works like that, but that's not how the world actually operates. People see through it. But why NBC is really pissed is because all of this really opens up NBC itself and Bravo to a lot of legal problems. One, it's just not a good look ever to be associated with casting and employing someone who's been accused for decades of sex trafficking and child sex trafficking. That's just not a good look. I mean, I don't care what business you're in. That is just not a good look. I'm sure the powers that be at NBC are kind of like, how can we distance ourselves from this mess quickly as possible? And it also opens them up to litigation against NBC and against Bravo. Because remember, when these reality stars do these lawsuits, the other side, as well as them, have a thing called discovery. and it's a thing called subpoenas, right? So if she wants to sue bloggers and content creators and announce things, then say those people do get a lawyer, say it does go, to trial and it moves forward, they have a right to say, okay, Bravo, okay, NBC, we want to pull your records. We want emails, we want footage, we want to subpoena witnesses for depositions. So it opens up Bravo and NBC to have to divulge and disclose information and incidences and expense stuff that they probably don't want on public record, and B, they don't want the courts to see it. Also, because we know Bravo has had a lot of legal battles. Nene sued them, Mariah Huck sued them. I'm sure there's tons of other lawsuits that happened with Bravo and NBC. So the more that Diana sues people, the more she actually opens up Bravo to be vulnerable for either other people to sue or for their information to get out there. They could, who knows, the bloggers or the content creators say their lawyer is just oh, well, we need to pull, the email exchanges from these dates, or we need to pull all of the footage from, these dates. We need this. We need that. What happened here? Let's interview all these people. Let's depose these people. Let's subpoena these people, because she's using the fact that she was on this platform on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Bravo TV, owned by NBC. That is baked in these lawsuits. That's inherent in these lawsuits. So it's not Diana Jenkins suing these people. It's Diana Jenkins from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Bravo TV, NBC Universal suing these people. So that opens up all of, Bravo's documents and all of their experiences that I'm sure they do not want documented and for public record and consumption. So word on the street. Oh, and again, I want to give a shout out to the Real Andy of Beverly Hills. This was his exclusive, and I've linked his video in the description box because I like to support other content creators, and this was his exclusive, so I wanted to show him support, and his video is linked in the description box. But let me know what you guys think, because people are saying this is it, this is the final nail in Diana's coffin. She didn't even show up to the reunion in person, she just zoomed it in. So a lot of people are saying they've really had enough, particularly the powers that be at NBC, because these are the people who cut Andy Kelvin's check. These are the parents in the room. These are the adults in the room. These are the big heavy hitters. And I'm sure that they're probably pissed all around that it's even gotten this far. I think now they're probably paying a lot more attention to Bravo, a lot more attention to the Housewives, whereas before it was probably just, another network they owned. You see what I'm saying? So let me know what you guys think. Put it in the chat box, put it in the comment box, and let me know. Do you think NBC is right that, Diana doing all of these frivolous lawsuits really opens them up to being exposed for maybe some things that they don't want to come to light? Do you think that, Bravo is brave enough to fire Diana, Rinna, and Erica? Will they really let go of 3? Or do you think that they're going to maybe let go of 2 or 1? Or do you think they're going to keep them all? That is a possibility. We don't know 100% yet either way. So let me know down in the description box. And as always, if you would like to support my channel, I would really appreciate it. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when we go live. Don't forget that you can do a super thanks that's right below, and check out the description box. We have merchandise, we have podcasts and movies and books and everything else. So go and, treat yourself in that description box. As always, everyone, take care of yourself and each other. I love you. Bye.
Welcome to Sugar Pills, a practical guide to self-care, where your host, writer, actor, and producer Candy Washington helps you live a more joyful life with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. Be sure to subscribe, leave a 5-star review, and join the conversation on Instagram @Candy Washington. Let's go!